It's the matte purple Charger.
Okay, we see it's not a wide body.
He cut over either going north 195 or eastbound 195. He just blacked out. We have pursuit.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to 12 Reacts. Hey, I am Ed. Today we're going to be watching a video. We're going to watch a Scat Pack Dodge Charger once again, and we're going to watch them take on the Virginia State Police. Now, let's talk about these two vehicles real quick. So we know that the Dodge Charger, just a regular Scat Pack, produces about 485 horsepower. Okay, so that's pretty good for something that is not supercharged. But when we watch this video, I want you to see how this Scat Pack pulls away from the police EcoBoost. Now, we know that this is going to be, you can tell by the hood that it is going to be a police SUV EcoBoost. And I'm going to show you how we're going to watch and how we're going to know. So when we watch the video, I want you to watch the hood of the police car right here. You're going to see that indentation in the hood. Now, if it was the Ford Police Interceptor, it would have a smoother hood. It would not have this rectangular shaped indentation in the hood. So that's how we're going to know that it is a EcoBoost. I'm going to tell you why it's an EcoBoost. It's an EcoBoost simply because with the EcoBoost, it's probably the best motor that they have. And I'm going to give you some information on the EcoBoost, why they use this. Now, you're going to find state police organizations using the EcoBoost. It's a 3.5 liter twin turbocharged V6, okay? So it is a V6, but it is twin turbocharged. And these boys put out some really good horsepower. So 365 horsepower, all right, where we were looking at around the 485 horsepower for the Scat Pack. And it will do 0 to 60 within 6.4 seconds. And the top speed of it will do about 130 mile an hour. Now, just depending on which information you look up, there are some that is saying that the Interceptors will do 150 mile an hour. Now, I'm not so sure whether that's true or not, but when we watch this video of this Scat Pack and this EcoBoost Interceptor, how does it keep up with it? Also, I want you to pay attention. Is there at any point during this pursuit in which you would have called it off? Like if it got out of sight, going through intersections? These are things that I want you to pay attention to in this, and we're going to watch it and come back and talk about it. All right, let's watch it. All right, remember the horsepower between these two vehicles, okay? Two different type of vehicles, and I don't know how this police Interceptor actually caught up with this Scat Pack and even kept up with it. So let's watch. So look at the indentation on the hood that I was showing you earlier.
236 continuing.
Some powerful little motors now.
In the far right lane, coming up on that field.
Vehicle far right lane.
Coming to the far right, blacked out, coming up on that field.
Far right, blacked out, coming up on that field.
Alright, one of them is taking Edsel Road, taking the Edsel Road westbound.
I got the other one coming southbound right now, south of Edsel. Going south 395. It's the matte purple Charger.
Okay, we see it's not a wide body.
He cut over either going north 195 or eastbound 195. He just blacked out. We have pursuit. Going east 495, east 495.
Man, what is it about these guys? They black out, but yet they use their turn signals. I don't get it. Look at that, using a turn signal.
I just got a curtain cover over his tag, but it's definitely gonna be that don't tread on me. Just got on eastbound line traffic, 15. Whoever that is with the cruise lights, if that's a state uniform coming up on you.
We're going to have northbound back loop towards Friday. Got a Virginia flag blacked out.
And we're passing away on that jump and we're still going east 195. Right past the state unit here, coming up on Van Dorn line traffic, 140.
So when you see these guys blacked out and you see they're flashing their headlights, they're not necessarily flashing so that they can see. I'm sure sometimes they do, but for the most part, they're letting cars know they're coming up alongside them because anybody can switch lanes.
Missionary direction here. We are going northbound on Van Dorn into further into Fairfax.
Copy, going northbound on Van Dorn into Fairfax.
I'm sorry, southbound, not northbound. Going away from the city.
Copy, going southbound.
Passing Crown Drive, traffic light, speeds 110.
Light traffic, speed 110.
I'm on 644, ran the red light, continuing on.
Okay, guys, you know me. I'm always going to be about public safety.
Passing 644.
Continuing on Van Dorn, traffic light, speeds 100. Coming up on Kingstown Village here in a second.
We got from Kingstown Village.
See the guy's using his turn signal again. If he was not using his turn signal, he would not be able to clue the police in on which direction he's going in, but he's using his turn signal.
Center Drive, still no traffic.
Man, what are these guys thinking?
We're coming up the Telegraph here, no traffic, speeds 100.
Coming up the Telegraph, speed 100.
Looks like we'll be making a right on Telegraph.
Okay,
right
use
on
this
Telegraph.
turn signal. So this really just shows you how inexperienced these drivers are when they're fleeing from the police.
Passing, I think it's Devereaux Circle Drive. No traffic, speed 70 and increasing. I got another unit catching up behind it.
Now, let me give you a little bit of information about why these interceptors are able to keep up so well going around a curve. They're all-wheel drive.
Roxanne, no traffic.
That means all the wheels are pulling. When they're making those turns, they can make a quicker turn than just a regular rear-wheel drive car like the Dodge Charger is doing.
Past Glenwood Muse, continuing on Telegraph, speeds 100, no traffic. Just past Hayfield, no traffic, 120.
Past Hayfield, no traffic, 120.
Still on Telegraph. Coming up on Jeff Todd Way, still no traffic.
Coming up on Jeff Todd, no traffic.
Past Jeff Todd, he's still blacked out. Speeds 120, no traffic. I believe this is south.
Remember, at any time a car can be pulling out. At any time.
Passing,
Right, look at this intersection.
Beulah Street,
All red lights.
Passing Beulah, no traffic.
Still on Telegraph, might be making a, no, he's continuing passing Newington Road, still on Telegraph.
Passing Newington Road.
You see that car sitting at that light? He actually had a green light.
Come on, Florida.
He's making a right, stand by, get you across here in a second. We're heading towards 95.
Look at his turns.
Yeah, we just got on 286 headed towards
Those little
95,
cars are
286
nimble,
northbound.
all-wheel drive.
And on the 286 north.
No traffic coming up on back leg, speed's 100.
Speed 100, coming up on back lane.
Coming up on 95.
It's amazing that he's keeping up with that Scat Pack.
No traffic, just past Terminal Road. Speed's 110.
110 and
110 going through
Might have blown a
an
tire.
intersection,
Coming up on 95
all red
now,
lights.
past
There's
that
another
95
one.
north. Disregard, taking 95 north.
95 north.
Getting on northbound 95 right now. 167 over 4, light traffic, speed's 100 and climbing. I think he's got a flat. He's fish killing everywhere right now.
Yeah. So when he got off of that exit ramp right there, I think that's where he picked up a flat. He's no good after this point.
Yeah, he's definitely got a flat or something wrong with his car. We're only at 110 right now. He's all over the road. Coming up on 644, 130. He's fish killing everywhere still.
Coming up on 644, speed 130.
Might be taking 644. Yep, taking 644, taking 644.
East or west.
I'll let you know here in a second. And if he goes west, he's probably going to crash. We're taking 169A, 644 east.
644.
Stand by, he's losing it. Nope, he recovered, getting on passing Lewisdale. We're on Spring Mall Road. We went straight through the light. There's light traffic. We're only at 80. He's still fish going everywhere.
About time to call it quits, big
Frontier
boy.
making a right on Frontier.
Turning right on the
There's light traffic out here coming up to Franconia Springfield Parkway, making a right on Franconia Springfield. Nope, you stop and bail out. Go fucking grab the shit right now!
Okay, when you hear the mic go out like that, it's because they're getting far away from their car. So the signal's not repeating back and forth to the car because he's too far away. Okay, there's one
It's gonna be
female.
that tag I gave you. India Mike, the Oscar uniform. Driver's gonna be the registered owner. I stopped him a few months ago. You guys who's in the car? Or did they fall off? We'll go back there and come on. They fell off. Come on, welcome. Alright, let's go. Are they spots? They're right to you. Keep walking.
Okay, there's another female. So he had two passengers in the car with him.
I think they're
All right, so from an officer safety standpoint, I want you all to watch. He's going to be walking the suspect back, and I want you to watch how freely the suspect is able to walk around and actually almost direct them in where he's going to go. So let's watch this. You should be able to hear them as they're coming back closer to the car. The signal is going to start picking up their body mic.
Guess that just means I'm a better driver than the trooper you ran from last night, huh?
Okay, there they are.
We're gonna go over here to the SUV.
So he just identified which vehicle they're going to walk over to. He says we're going to go over to the SUV. So you can tell those are two Ford police interceptors. They're like the Ford Taurus, and so he has the SUV like the Explorer.
Just grab a seat on the front right here. We're good, thank you. Okay. You can just hang out up there. If it's too high, you can move to one of the sides or something. What do you need? Your car? Did you run over? You got water?
I'm just saying we always have to be aware of, even if they're in handcuffs, you have to take control of that situation. You can't let the suspect tell you what you're going to do or what he needs to do, and then he goes off and attempts to try to do it. So just for officer safety standpoint, always keep control of that suspect.
Go into the bushes or something. You stopped for me like 3 months ago, dude. Why are you out here running?
3 months ago.
I stopped you on Eisenhower when it was still red. You were coming from the MGM, said you was there with Quavo. Stopped for your inspection.
Okay, so as you can see with the pursuit, it is amazing. Now, this is actually a Hellcat, but nevertheless, it is a Charger. So as you can see, it's amazing that this police interceptor Explorer was able to keep up. Several times, it did go off and leave. It just did. It just doesn't have the power to be able to keep up because of this driver's inexperience and getting on roads in towns and stuff like that. Because of that, this is why that officer was able to keep up with him. And also remember the turning. The turning ratio is significantly better with the police vehicle all-wheel drive. Most highway patrol agencies they're going to use the twin turbo. They're going to use the most powerful engine that they can get for that vehicle, and they're going to be using all-wheel drive. Why? Because they're going to be dealing with the rain, inclement weather, snow, all of those things up there. So they need these options to be able to keep up with vehicles. So it comes as a benefit. That's what these cars are actually benefited when it comes to keeping up with these cars for people who actually get off into town. Clearly, if they had stayed out on the interstate, this would have walked away from this. The only reason why it didn't walk away is because you're going to have other officers who are going to be setting up, just like we saw that Virginia trooper, the video. He was setting up, waiting for that car to come by. And so that's what you're going to have. If you have a state police agency that has a lot of units out, you're really not going to be able to outrun that radio. They are going to pretty much keep up with you unless you have something that is just insane, like a Hellcat, which is over 700 horsepower. There's just no way you're going to keep up with that, especially in a straight line. So let me ask you a question. At any point during that pursuit, would you have called it off? Now, I know that this officer did not call it off. I know that he went through several red lights at over 100 miles an hour. Man, that's all it takes is one vehicle. And I know that the light had just turned, the light had turned red. Imagine if that vehicle, go back and watch this on State Boyzzz. Just go back and watch this again and see the video, and you'll see the car sitting there at the light, and they actually have a green light. So, you know, again, once we're dealing with pursuits, we're always dealing with public safety. Is the risk more important? Or is that person that is running, are they more important than that pursuit, you know, that is taking place? And a lot of times we have to say, no, it's not. So, all right. So anyway, I hope this was some great information for you when you look at the comparison between the two cars, when you look at the skill set of the drivers. Clearly the skill set of that trooper outnumbered the skill set of that guy driving that car, because had he known what he was doing with that car, he would not have been using turn signals. He would not be giving clues of where he is going to be turning. He would have just kept going. And more importantly, he would have stayed off those little roads. He would have stayed on that interstate where he can get that car wide open. So anyway, hey, I hope this was good for you all. Hey, please continue to watch, subscribe to the channel. Again, as I always say, we have a lot of things that are going to be coming up that I'm really looking forward to doing. So, all right, hey, look forward to seeing you on the next video. And this is Ed with 12 Reacts. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.